Hello, 8th graders, and happy Friday to you. It is Friday, May 7th. It's a distance learning day for everyone. So let's go through some instructions on what our goals are for today. Today's task is all about self-assessing our progress in our literary nonfiction unit so far. So let's summarize where we're at. This is about the 3-week mark, a little under the 3-week mark that we've been working with literary nonfiction. The whole first week, we looked at the story of Hidden Figures, and we worked on kind of the foundational skills of literary nonfiction together. Then the past couple weeks, you have been using your choice text. So either a physical book, if you're in the classroom, or if you are learning from home, there were choice text categories to pick from, something that interested you and that you were able to access all online. So whatever your choice text is, whether you've been using a book or online links, we are taking a moment today to pause and really self-assess our progress so far. So let's think about this question, why self-assess? It's important to track our own successes, challenges, and areas for improvement. Being able to identify these areas as independent learners will help us in high school and beyond. So we are getting ready for high school here. You do not have very long left in your middle school career. And as we get into high school, more and more of the time, we will need to take charge of ourselves as learners. You may not have a teacher that will, let you know all the time how you're doing or check in with you as frequently. So we need to start taking charge of ourselves, becoming even more independent learners than we already are, and being able to use a self-assessment tool and figure out, where am I at right now? Am I doing well? Am I doing okay? Or do I need more support? So we're going to be looking at the major learning targets for the unit, and then you'll have a chance to share on a Google Doc where you think you are at. All right, so let's get started here. So in our folder for today, after you watch this required video, you will see some instructions. Now that we've been in our literary nonfiction unit for almost 3 weeks, it's time to pause and do some reflection on our progress. Today, your task is to complete the Google Doc assignment, Literary Nonfiction Self-Assessment. On this Google Doc, you will review the 5 learning targets for the unit and give yourself a score of 4, 3, 2, or 1. So the Google Doc will look kind of like this, okay? Just a blown up version. So the 5 learning targets of things that we've been working on are listed on the left-hand side. And then there is a column for a 4, exceeds expectations, a 3, meets expectations, a 2, partially meets expectations, and a 1, does not yet meet expectations, which means we'll keep working towards this skill until you get it, but you're not quite there yet. Okay? More specifically, all right, so to get a 4, that means you are exceeding expectations. In other words, you can do this skill 100% independently, and you feel confident enough where you could even teach somebody else how to do it. A number 3 is meets expectations. You can do this skill independently and feel confident about it. Maybe not enough to teach someone else, but most of the time, the majority of the time, you feel confident about it. Number 2, partially meets. You can sometimes do this skill independently, and other times you need support. And number 1, does not yet meet. You are not able to do this skill independently yet. So when you are working on that learning target, you frequently or almost all of the time need help from a teacher. All right, let's preview the actual Google Doc. So on this assignment, right, you will simply read the learning target and then you will decide, do I give myself a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? And then you will just type an X in whatever box you think you fall for each of the 5. So there'll be 5 X's total on here when you're finished. None of these will be surprises. These are all things we've been working on, like how do you track your thinking, determine a theme, a central idea, a major issue or conflict, and selecting strong and relevant evidence as you are taking your notes. There's one last question down here to answer if you'd like. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your reading or note-taking process so far? What have been the highs and lows? And what support do you need from me for the remainder of the reading unit? Right? And if you're in hour 1, that would also include Ms. Blake. And if you're in hour 4, that would also include Ms. Fischler. So whatever teachers you have for your language arts class that support you, what do you need from us for the remainder of this unit? How can we help you? Give a few thoughts down here, and that's it. You're done. And you can go ahead and hit submit. This does need to be done in today's Friday class, so please fill it out and hit submit before the end of the day. This likely will not take you the entire time. So when you are finished, you can then make progress with reading more from your choice text. Thanks much.